Hi, this is Sherry Veronica Abrahams. He's talking, Wilfred Abrahams, your Minister of Home Affairs and Information. He is talking about parole for inmates, good inmates, model inmates that while in the hotel there in St. Philip, they probably got certificates and, they are model citizens within that particular establishment. And he's talking about parole and, bracelet, the ankle bracelet that they have on people, inmates who get parole. Now, they get a lot of deductions in the beginning, in the front part of their sentencing. They get a whole lot of deductions, but if it's a non-violent or someone who did something silly, but the law insists that that person spends time in DODS, he is trying to bring online a parole system where the person can put on an ankle monitor and go back home. Sometimes when there's parole, there are halfway houses. Well, that's what we call it here in the States. It's a halfway house where you don't go home, you go to a home. They rent a house or a facility where guys who are on parole will go and live in that house, and where the parole officer can go and check on things or whatever, because they're all in one place. I didn't hear him talk about that. I didn't hear him talk about the halfway house. Like I said, I think that's what they call it here, halfway house, where guys who are on parole will go and they would be monitored from that particular house. And sometimes it's not best to put them back with family, because that's where the problem started within that family. So we have to wait and see what comes out of it. But I feel it's a good thing. I feel that being born in Barbados, it's almost as though it's an uphill battle. It's uphill when you're born in Barbados. You have to really keep your head on, and you really have to keep your conscience clear, and you have to watch your friends and even your family. The structure of the family, is all happenstance. You don't pick a family, not that you know of. So sometimes you're born into a family that may not be the best for you, so that happenstance situation could find you in a whole lot of trouble down the road. But yeah, I think that this parole system, although you get a lot of discounts at the front end, and then you get this, it could be a good thing for people who have made a mistake and who are non-violent. We'll see how. You have to wait and see how it goes, but anything goes in Barbados. Yeah, but you have to wait and see how this goes. But I think it's a good thing for the few who made a mistake, and who, while they were up there at the hotel, they took classes and they tried to better themselves, and they kind of kept on the straight and narrow while they were up there. I think it's very good to have a probation and a parole system. And the ankle bracelet, it's not the best thing. That's kind of put you back into that colonial time, having that on you. But hey, there's certain things you can't avoid. You just cannot avoid life, so let's see where it goes. And what do you think about this probation? They have to hire people for it, and if they're going to have halfway houses, where are those halfway houses going to be? Because in America, you can have a halfway house in a real nice neighborhood. So you have to find out where those halfway houses are going to be, if there are going to be any halfway houses. And if they're not, you should ask the question, why not? Why aren't they halfway houses for these guys to stay while they're serving out that balance of their time? Okay, so yeah, just do not let just things happen around you. Look at it, question it, and make sure it's the best for the citizens, all citizens involved. Okay, this is Sherry Veronica.
me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.
Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. What's in your news for the 6th day of February 2024? Today is Tuesday. Another person went into the clinic, a polyclinic, and pulled that same stupidness that they did in the St. Philip clinic, but they did this one in Brandon Tate's polyclinic in Black Rock. That's where the incident happened. Me and Motley met with the Phoenix farmers. Port container charges cut. Okay, so if you have containers coming in to your port there in Bridgetown, Barbados, you may see a reduction in port charges. No title deeds, and it halted a project that was being done in St. John. So if you see that a project that was going and then it stopped, that's what happened. No title deeds were in hand. At his advisory in Barbados, AgroFest is expected to be bigger this year. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. The Prime Minister meets with Project Phoenix farmers. Santia is talking about taking legal action. I blogged on this yesterday. U.S. court, no action against the Admiral. I blogged on this yesterday. They're talking here about the DLP did a shadow government or shadow cabinet, and they left out certain people that people thought that they should have been included, and they were not included. This came because of your governor of the central bank, Kevin, Greenwich, whatever his name is, and the economists in Barbados are saying, nah, take a closer look at what he's saying to you. Okay, this is in your news for February 6th. Okay. Chicken pants, yeah, that's something you do not want in your nostrils, I'm telling you. They're talking about remote work, inflation taking a toll. And this is something that's continuing in your court. This is a photo of Jamar Ricardo Watson, and the trial against him is continuing in your court. Okay, this was the bulk of your news for Tuesday. Is what showed up for Tuesday. Obviously, it happened yesterday. If it showed up today, but and if it showed up today and it happened yesterday, I've already blogged on it. Most of the important stuff, well, the juicy stuff. Yeah, I blogged on this yesterday. I blogged on him yesterday. I blogged on her yesterday. Maybe the day before. I think Sunday. I blogged on Santia. Okay. Okay, this is Sherry Veronica. I'll add some more on the end of this, okay? Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.